Hello! Welcome everyone to the 49th episode of the Unnamed Podcast, and today we have a black screen currently. Just wait for a moment. We just got to have this reload. Yes! Welcome. Wait. Hello? Okay, I think it's best if I just keep the thing open for now. Now let's just double check if our guest is still... can hear us. Hello? LeeMar, are you there?
Oh yes, I can hear you clearly, sayang.
That is glad to hear. Now let me adjust it so that my size is actually according to IRL size. I am much smaller. LeeMar is much taller than me.
Yes, my height is 175 actually.
Yes, LeeMar is taller than me. But yes, how are you doing, LeeMar?
Oh, I'm really fine actually, and good evening to on your side. Actually, currently is 1 p.m. afternoon on my side in Malaysia. Yeah, and unfortunately, just woke up by stupid what rubbish truck. Yeah, it was really noisy. Yeah.
I definitely do get you on that. So, without further ado, let's actually start with the usual first question, which is, what is your favorite food?
Oh, the classic question of all to Malaysians. Well, I would say I do like wonton noodles. That's my personal favorite. Second is I forgot what does it call, but it's actually it's a Borneo cakes. I call it the rainbow cakes. Sweet and nice. Yeah, I like sweets.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes, they have a specific name for it, but I'm very bad at remembering names. But as long as I see there's more than 3 colors in the cake, yes, that's the one. That is the one, and I usually buy 2 packs of it.
I think we call it Nyonya Kueh, to be honest.
In KL, very hard to inquire. Sorry?
I think we call it Nyonya Kueh, to be honest.
Nyonya Kueh. Give a moment. Nyonya Kueh. Nyonya Kueh seems to be a bit different. Oh, no. This kueh is towards Malay. It's towards similar to the Malays. Yes, I admit they are colorful, but no, they are the same thing. But this one is more on I would say the slimy side. The Borneo's one is actually more towards like brownies, those kind of texture. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Hold on, I forgot what's the name.
No worries.
Cakes? Borneo cakes, okay. Yes. Oh. Found it.
Oh.
Traditional mixed color cake did so that okay, this is Western naming. It's actually I will share you on Discord. How about that? Yeah.
Sure.
It's actually no different from this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never seen that before. That's a bit interesting.
If you were to go to Sabahan or Borneo or Sarawak, just go for this cake. It's not meant for everyone. It's actually sweet. It's you can treat this cake as a Asian version of macaron.
Okay, in that case, it probably has eggs, which means I probably won't be able to eat it.
Yeah, the majority of the cakes require eggs, I would say. So,
Uh,
oh my goodness, you can't eat it. That's so sad.
why are you
Mm.
taking pity? You don't need to worry about it. I've lived it like all my life, so I mean, I
I
can eat
know, I
hard-boiled
know
eggs.
lah.
So technically, like my model, if someone were to make it as a food for me, I would be able to eat it. But
Mm.
then, like for cakes or like that, I prefer making them rather than eating them, lah. Mm.
If that's the case, this is technically just sweetness lah. If you can eat macaron, most likely you have the similar taste on what those colorful cake is already. To
I've
be
never tasted
honest.
macarons. What do they taste like?
Oh, it's gila sweet. It's awfully sweet. So usually this sort of thing is it's a small colorful burgers.
Mm.
A very small, tiny, colorful burgers. Actually, it's created by French, I think.
Mm. Mm.
It's a dessert. It comes with many colors because of the flavoring, and
Mm-hmm.
you must eat it with a tea. With having a tea drink on your side, otherwise it will be way too sweet. It's no different from drinking Red Bull,
Red Bull doesn't do anything though.
but it's awfully sweet. So macaron
Really?
is a toned down version sweetness, but still very sweet for people who doesn't eat sweet often. Yeah.
Mm. Now, are you a fan of sweets by chance, if I may ask?
Yes, I'm a huge fan of sweets. Even my partner Asa or all my family members during my birthday, they just buy for me some sweets. I was like, oh, that's the only gift I need lah. Believe me.
In that case, that
My
is
person,
good. That is good.
my personal favorite is N&N and Kit Kat. But if I were to choose these two, it will be Kit Kat.
M&M and Kit Kat are actually pretty good. I still remember during Halloween, like I'd probably eat quite a bit of it lah. If I may ask, what
Mm-hmm.
are your favorite types of M&M and Kit Kat?
M&M will be the brown one. The brown one, which is the extra chocolate, if I'm not mistaken. For the Kit Kat,
Mm.
I prefer. There are two types. I would prefer by default orange flavor. Do you know that chocolate plus orange? It's awfully nice.
I've never.
This was also introduced by Asa.
Mm.
Is previously last 4 years or 5 years, it was popular among Korean restaurants.
Oh.
Some Korean cafe has it,
Mhm.
but unfortunately, it's no longer available at the moment.
No way.
I guess it's not that popular. It's very niche, so
Mm.
it's very good. If you will have a chance, just order chocolate with orange, and it blends in so well. It blends in really really well.
Mm. I'll definitely give that a try.
Mm.
Well, now that I think about it, I probably had candy like that before, like chocolate covered
Oh,
orange candy. Mm.
oh, truly. Oh, okay, okay.
Mm. It's decent. I will say it's decent.
But it's weird, you know. Kit Kat, different country, technically different quality. So Malaysia is more towards the sweet side.
Mm.
I really like Australia side. Australia side, the Kit Kat is just really wonderful. It's so well balanced. Singapore, a lot of flavors. To be honest, there are so
Really?
many flavors. There is a lot. There is a lot.
Though I heard that before.
The
Hmm?
the only thing that I don't like one flavor about Kit Kat is the green tea.
What's
But
wrong with the green
the
tea
green
flavor?
tea, the green, no, there are one type of flavor of green tea is awfully bitter. The one that has a bit sweetness is the milk green tea. That one has some
Hmm.
sweetness actually, if I recall correctly. So yeah.
If I may ask, are you bad with bitter by chance?
Sorry. So,
Uh,
mind say that again?
are you bad with bitter flavor? If I may ask.
Yeah, yeah, I do hate the bitterness. I do hate it. I do hate it. I really despise bitterness.
Hmm.
Well, our life is so bitter. Why do we need to bitter ourselves further? Yes.
Green tea, red bean, Kit Kat was the worst Kit Kat. Welcome, Mata Kyle. How are you doing?
Okay, hi, small world. Hi, hi, hi.
Hmm. Green tea, red bean. Well, thing with red bean is I've never really like. I mean, I could eat it, but it's not like something that I put up there as like top 10 favorite flavors. Actually, um,
Mm-hmm.
like my taste bud is like more traditional in the sense like I prefer eating Asian food more than Western food.
Mm-hmm.
But I think red beans is one of those that I don't understand that much. Like it's okay, but then it's nothing special. I believe. Hmm.
You can treat red bean is a sort of like Chinese wait. Oh yeah, it's an Asian thing lah. I would say Chinese, Malay also. You know, like ice kacang, the ice dessert. They
Hmm.
also have red beans. For Chinese, let's just say fried, not fried bun. Sorry. You know, all the steam bun, the white puffy looking buns. They
Hmm.
also have red beans.
Yeah.
So I guess this is just an Asian thing lah. To be honest, it's not favored to outside Asian. To be honest, I don't really like it. Provided the
Hmm.
red bean has that mid sweetness at least. Otherwise, I really don't like it. It's actually quite bitter, or to be honest, it doesn't blend well in my opinion. But they take it for perhaps health consideration and whatnot. Well, yeah, Asians always take care of long term stuff lah.
Hmm. Red bean it
Mm-hmm.
felt like a default filling for Chinese dishes. There's always something better. Yeah, I do agree on that. Like, there's a lot of other Chinese dishes and ingredients I would definitely prefer over red bean. And also, welcome Hunter Okami. How are you doing? Um, hmm. Like, personally for me, I think the other reason is I'm not really a sweets person. The only time I prefer eating sweets is when they're like gummies or like that. So like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh, for me, right, ice kacang and chendol are like, okay-ish. But to be honest, the only reason why I eat ice kacang is for the atapchi. I'll be blunt.
Oh, yours. Oh, really? Okay, okay. Then that's good. That's good. At least you're sincere. At least you're sincere in your own opinion. Because don't be surprised. Some people go to that approach actually.
To be fair, it's because I still remember like I think I was around 8 at the time. I
Mm-hmm.
think it was the first time I went to Malacca, probably. Oh wait, did you
Ah.
remember? Probably 8. Let's just say 8. Um, and basically when I had chendol for the first time,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
hmm,
Oh, how was it?
the atapchi was so delicious.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Yes, yes. I admit it is good. It is good. Wow, you tried ice kacang for such a young age.
Oh, that
Nice,
was chendol.
nice.
Ice kacang was for
I
the
only
atapchi. Hmm.
I only tried it since 10 years old. So you have the fortunate moment to embrace the iciness and that sweet salt flavor. Wow, good, 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 good,
I
good.
mean, to be honest, eating atapchi is like eating a more delicious ice. To be honest, to be fair, because
It
like
is.
it feels like you're eating ice, but it's chewable. It's like a gummy ice.
I
That's
never
super
thought of
sweet.
that. Okay. I never thought of that way, but yeah, now that it sounds makes sense actually. Yeah.
Hmm. So like, if there's
Chewable ice.
ever a chance that I could make a clear dessert, one thing that I would like to do, a tapchi mixed with like like the palm fruit, right?
Yeah, the palm fruit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then mix with clear agar-agar. I feel like that would be delicious.
Wow, you really know how to enjoy yourself. Believe me. Wow, you live a very nice childhood. Believe me.
I've never had that though. I've never had that though. That is like something I've never tried, but I feel like I would enjoy it because I'm not one that eats all types of sweets.
Mhm,
But
mhm,
since I like the more gelatin type of sweets, I feel like that one would be
mhm.
something I really would enjoy.
you really like desserts actually. Now that I think about it, I assume you do love desserts.
I don't really eat desserts, to be honest.
Wow, you sound like you really you will appreciate desserts actually. If you were to come to Malaysia or even other Asian countries, I can tell you the dessert will be astounding.
I don't eat. Funny enough, I think it's probably because one of my hobbies is actually cooking. So like I do enjoy baking. Like though sometimes I end up baking too much. Like last time I made waffles, I think I accidentally made like 12 waffles, like full size waffles, Belgian waffles. But since my grandmom likes coconut milk, so I use coconut milk to make the waffles. And then since we do have some pandan flavoring, I just add some pandan flavoring, and then you get pandan Belgian waffles, which I can't eat, of course.
Wow, so sweet. Wow, not bad, not bad, not bad.
No, it's just a hobby of mine to make some desserts. Like I still remember trying to make pandan cake, but then the issue, right, is not that fluffy. Even though I've made the meringue, right, I think one of the issues is I want to learn how to make it more fluffy and more moist. Just I don't know how.
This one I might not be the right person. I think the fluffiness is actually, I don't know whether is this relate to it. It's like you use the egg, the egg, no,
Yeah, it's the egg
egg
white.
part.
Mm.
Yeah, the egg white parts, and then you keep on doing until it becomes so soft to the point. That means I'm not sure how long do you need to do that process, but I was told that the longer you do, the better. So
Really?
maybe increase the time. Yeah, because it's like it will become a foam. There's one kind of cake called sponge cake. It's used nothing but egg white, and it's actually when you cut it internally will be green. Yeah. In Chinese, no, in Malaysia, this is quite a common cake actually. So I believe if you keep on doing that, eventually you'll make that softness part. But if you say moist, moist seems to be a bit difficult and a sort. Might need to ask around for your side, unfortunately. This one seems to be more on the technical part, so perhaps might be advanced even.
Personally, for me, like, since I can't eat it, it's like, whatever lah. But if I'm able to make, like, a cake or some food that folks will enjoy in the future, that'll be actually great.
But then, is there anything that you wish to try and you do not have a chance?
Probably caviar at the moment. Probably the more posh types of food.
Out of all things, caviar, really?
Okay. Probably the posher foods. Though once again, I will be blunt. I don't really feel like the high class, like every day going to like a high class restaurant suits me, because I do feel out of place. Definitely.
Nah, it's okay to be honest. If you don't go to all those places, it's fine because those are just, in my opinion, overrated lah, sayang. So
It is.
I would suggest, like, even for me, I don't go to McDonald's burger. I actually go to Ramly Burger, to be honest. That is Malaysia locals, Malaysia local. Oh, he's actually very good. So yeah, it's okay. Also always bring me out for street food. So
Street food is definitely
very,
great.
very nice. It is. It's just that might be a bit like what I say, overrated because everything put in the plate, the services and whatnot. But if you go to street food, you instantly see the people, the vendor, to start cooking in front of you, and the smell reaches your nose. You just feel like, oh, that must be very good. These small things will easily satisfy people rather than just cook in a kitchen anonymously, presented in front of your plate, and then just eat.
One thing though, I will say, each has its own charm. Like street food, of course, like it has its own charm. Like you get to smell the food, you get to taste it like freshly grilled or like that. I'll definitely have some stories to tell regarding that. But in regards to the
Mm-hmm.
posh foods, you'll eventually get to you'll sometimes have like some waiters who are like super kind and like that. Because I ordered
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
chicken, right? I ordered like
All right.
half a chicken, the small ones lah, for my entree.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then they told me, because I was definitely struggling with the nut fork and the knife, like I was trying to be as posh as I can eating the chicken. Uh they were like, "Hey, just so you know, you don't need to worry about it. There's no one looking around. Just use your hands. It's okay." Man, when I heard
Oh,
that, I was like, "Man, you're a good waiter. You're a good waiter."
yeah, of course. Wow, the waiter should really earn a raise. At least he understand your body language. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Believe me, it's because yeah, use your hand. It feels better lah. Like Asa prefer to use her hands. I prefer to use fork and knife because I just don't want to wash my hands. That is all lah.
Then how did you wait? Can you eat crab by chance?
Yes, I will eat crab with fork and knife. Yes,
How?
patiently,
How?
elegantly. Yes, I done it, Saya. I done it. But Asa also like stare at me and judging me. I say, hey, I done it. So screw your opinions.
I will judge you actually for
So
this, because crab you need to use your hands for that. How did you use a fork and knife for crab? Like how did you break the shell at first and like remove it?
break the shell using the hammer where the tools is provided by the restaurant, and then after break it, you use the fork. You know the fork. There's a hole and a gap. I use those to poke the shell so that will be hold in place. The knife will slowly dig out all the meat outside. You know the knife is acted like a scoop already in the process. Yeah, that's how I done it.
In a way, it may look elegant, but I feel like you ruined the texture by doing that.
Yes, yes, you're not wrong. I ruined the texture, but I really don't want to clean my hand. But then after COVID, I realized, COVID is all about hygiene already, and they got this plastic glove. Then I was like, Also, we're
Please.
going to buy one box of this plastic glove. And it's a very thin layer of plastic you use to grab food in the wet market, all those things. Yes, those kind of plastic. Then when we ordered crab on last month we eat crabs and
Mm,
yeah, crabs. So when the shell came, I just wear this plastic on my hands and then start digging. It's like, oh, I
finally.
don't need to clean my hands. I don't need to clean my hands. Yeah, my only cleaning my hands is my only concern. That's all it takes. I just don't. I just very lazy
Also,
cleaning my hands.
ah,
Mm,
I mean,
because yeah, all the flavors stuck in your hand, and then you slowly, eat your own hands in the process. Yeah, I know it's nice, but it's just after the eating, I have to say, okay, I need to wash my hands. It's like, I just don't want to leave my table. That's all. After you eat, you just want to sit down and have a chat. Yeah, something like this, lah.
ah.
That's why I don't want to keep my hands dirty. That's the thing.
Wait, but they do provide like the wet wipes that you could actually wipe off your hands. Yeah, I know that it doesn't really completely wipe it. That's why usually
Yeah,
they ask for extra.
yes, correct. That wet wipe actually, I don't really want to use it because I do not know what they use to clean. So let's just let our imagination run wild, which is why I would not want to touch that unless it's a small thing only lah. But after
It's
I
in a
use the
small
wet wipe, I
packet
will not gonna.
though.
Oh, yours is in a small packet lah. Because usually the wet wipe they give you is like a wet towel actually, not a small
Wait,
packet.
wait, wait,
It's actually a
wait,
wet towel.
wait. In KL they give just a towel? No, in JB they just use like a small packet and then it's like a disposable wet wipe.
That means that place that we went is rather questionable now. Okay, so all this while that what you went through in JB is actually provided a pack of wet towel. Am I right?
Yes, just like a pack of like disposable wet wipes, and it just has like one like folded sheet. But then I believe you could ask for more. Definitely. Hmm.
Is it the one with the fragrance?
Yeah, some of them have fragrance. Oh, a bit of fragrance. Are you opposed to?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we did not have. When we went that place, it did not provide this. This I think is a very low cost place lah. Actually, so yeah, what you went through is actually at least well established in my opinion.
Of course, definitely. I cannot deny this. But then there are some that I would say are more like casual, like you can eat like the crab outside, like is in like a not on the indoors area, but then like how do I say? You know, like the typical Malaysian restaurant with like fans rather than like a closed air conditioning area. Hmm. That place also provides the wet, the wet wipes lah as well.
Okay, okay, that one definitely I will let Asa know. We need to reconsider going there again. Should this wet towel is not present.
You should consider going to JB. The crab is probably way more delicious.
Sayang, going to JB at least require 5 hours of drive. Wait, Penang is 5 hours. JB should be 6 hours, I guess. Just 1 hour difference. Because last time when I worked as a site supervisor and an interior designer, I went to Perlis, KL to Perlis, then Perlis to Penang. No, Perlis to JB. So that is actually 1 day worth of driving. I literally driving the whole Malaysia lah, to be honest.
You said that you hate driving, right?
No. I love driving. Do you know driving around Malaysia is surprisingly very calming. You will see mountains, you will see greenery. To be honest, if you drove to Perlis, of course, not many Malaysians would do that. Perlis has a wonderful, the road. Once you drive the road, the left, wherever you view, is actually a wet paddy. It's very nice. It's actually very watery, the area. So
I still need to drive more in
not
Malaysia.
not many paths it can be drove actually, but it's really wonderful. Then I realized as a site supervisor, I went through the whole Malaysia and I'm surprised. There's actually so many things that we didn't spoken of. So and I went to try their food. Police, unfortunately, nothing special, but the environment there is actually really calming. Very rural too. I actually like it.
I should try driving there. At most, I've only driven in JB, but I have driven on the highways, and I'll just casually say that you guys drive slow.
At least in JB, yes, JB drivers are really slow. Unfortunately, they are super slow. That's why people from the city, people like me, when we went to JB, it's like, what the hell? Can you please drive? It's only just like 20 or 40 mph. Come on, speed up a bit. Oh, you.
You just say MPH or KPH?
Also don't. KPH, sorry, KPH. So they are so damn slow. Sometimes I even horn them. I don't know whether they are deaf or not. They still will not accelerate. It's like to the point that they are so slow. Sometimes I want to horn them, give them a little push, but it doesn't seem to work. So I assume they are deaf. So yeah.
Sooner or later there'll be people with road rage lah. They'll purposely slow down while driving if you horn them more.
The horn is actually very, I believe it's the least provocative because it's a very short beep. Just beep. That's it. Not beep. If
that was the case, I would purposely start driving 5 miles per hour.
You
want me to drive slow, ma? I'll just shift to low gear.
It was a nightmare, to be honest. It's okay, Saya. I know. But I can tell you it's a nightmare. It's really a nightmare, to be honest. But working in JB for at least 2 weeks is enough. I just told my boss, the job is done. I don't want to go back there again.
Because
oh my god.
One thing I'll say, comparing, since I haven't really driven that much in Malaysia, the longest or the furthest I've driven in Malaysia, the car that I drove was a manual. I think sometime in the 2010s was what they said, a Pro 2 Viva.
Wow, Pro 2 manual even. Wow, that's wow.
Because it was like I was learning how to drive manual, so this was like my first time driving manual.
Wow. So how you know how to drive manual? Nice.
No, I'm not an expert in driving manual. I've only driven manual once.
Oh, once. Oh, okay. It's not bad. At least you go. How many hours at least?
Manual? Probably
Yes.
1-2 hours ish.
1 2 hours shouldn't be too bad because some people just can't even bear that hours because it's not easy.
There's a lot of niches to it, but then it's like a nice drive. I feel like I don't want to say it in a bragging manner. Of course, there's a lot of mistakes that I'll probably make, but then like if I was thrown into a
Mm-hmm,
manual
mm-hmm.
car sooner or later, I could probably drive it smoothly. I mean,
Of course.
the only issues that I have with driving is if I'm on a slope, I need to work on like the brake clutch. Like when you use the handbrake and then you have to slowly release the clutch and the handbrake, that type of thing. That one I need to work on. And then of course, since I'll be honest, in US our reverse section is just pull over, reverse, just look back, go straight. Okay, now you could turn out. That's basically our reverse section. So
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah,
I
fun
thought it would
times.
be I thought it would be universal. All right. It seems some part is different. Okay.
But then they do judge us like, you jerk your car, okay, minus like some points lah. So and they can be quite picky lah. That's why I did fail my first exam. Mm.
Oh, like this ah. Oh, okay. In Malaysia, it's a bit different ah. We don't get judged by jerking the car, but there is one particular part section of every driving exams. It will be the most intimidate one. It's the hill. Driving manual on top of the hill. Wait at the hill for a few seconds and then drive downwards.
I have
So
a funny
that
story
is
with
the
that.
oh. Please share, please share, please share.
I do know when you said the hill because I will. If you don't see, I actually have quite a smug look on my face right now. I
So
struggled with
you
it.
done it.
I
You
struggled with it.
struggle. Oh my goodness.
I was
Okay,
able
okay,
to do
okay.
it, but then I had the greatest moment. I had the greatest moment in Initial D
Yes,
or One Gun Midnight history.
oh my god. Wow, at least wow, you have a very wonderful experience. But I can tell you, my experience is not good because the person in front of me almost killed me. Had
Oh
a
shit!
chance to kill me. It's like when you see a person go uphill in front of us, then all right, everything seems to fine. But then suddenly she panicked, went full free gear, hitting reverse in front of me. I was like, woman, fuck, woman, brake. And then it's like getting so close, and then suddenly, it's like just a little more inch. This car will confirm hit. And then the person on the right is just looking at her and just shake the head left and right, left and right, left and right. Okay, okay, that's not a good news already. Even the guy also say give him one more chance because he know that many people panic. But then the second chance he just went full frontal on the hill and then the car just fly and boom on the ground. It's like
Please tell me it was a my V though.
it's a ganjil, you know.
That
It's
is
a
even
ganjil.
better. That is even better.
No, the ganjil is so tofu. You know, ganjil is the lightest car. If it floats, it lands on the ground. It hits like a truck. Seriously, during the time, everybody was like staring at her. All eyes on her. She felt damn embarrassed about it. But wow,
I feel bad for
wow.
her now.
Yeah, but I decide. Okay, think about it. You like all those anime protagonists. You see one person screw up before your next turn. You also will feel scared lah. You see all the things could have been happened towards me, So yeah, wow.
Yeah, I definitely feel you law.
But then I luckily I passed because I keep on telling myself, don't panic, don't panic. This is like a horror game. Don't panic. Just breathe. Okay, and then surprisingly, nothing happened. Nothing happened. But I can tell you one thing: the hill part is so excruciating. The more when people look at it, it's like so intimidating. The hill. Usually in Malaysia, when driving tests, I don't know whether did they take away these practices, but when you say about the hill, they would be quite afraid of it.
I feel like the Malaysia, the cost is really important to be honest because it does define the Malaysian roads. The T/Z, I don't remember is the T or Z curve is the one I think it's probably the T curve, where basically you have to reverse backwards. That one is really important, especially if you are trying to find parking in Malaysia, because
Reverse backwards. 3-point turn. Is
yeah,
that
the
what you
three.
meant?
I think it's the 3 point part of the test. That one is important because,
Mm-hmm.
like, number one thing, your uncle and auntie will always tell you there is still space even in a fully crowded parking lot.
Exactly, because they are so well versed in the car. You know, they know this car got this space.
Mm.
Yeah. It's their second skin already. Now I know why. Now I understand why they're so confident. Say there's space. But last time, if you ask last time, my younger son was like, fuck, it felt so close because we do not know how to estimate from our distance. Yeah
Mm.
lah, understandable lah all this.
That's why, like, each part is important. The S curve is also important, especially if you're planning to drive on the hills. That one I felt it was really useful because I just to mention my driving experience, I've driven
Mm-hmm.
almost 5 years already, actually. Uh,
That's good.
but then like I have driven across from the west coast to the east coast before with my dad. I've driven in Malaysia, Korea, South Korea, of course, Canada, Mexico. So, decent amount of driving lah. Not the best driver,
Mm-hmm.
I'll still say, but
Mm-hmm.
at least if you throw me into a car, I don't mind driving you around.
Oh, he threw you to the car. No option was given. Damn it. That was so aggressive. Okay.
Wait, what do you mean threw me to the car?
I mean the words that you picked lah. He threw you to the car means you can't say no. You are to choose and you are to go. You fail, then there's nothing more for you already. Wow.
No. I was saying even if you throw me into a car, I could still drive. Basically,
Oh,
I'll be no.
okay.
But then in a way, it was like that. I mean, uh, I learned how to drive on a mountain road before I learned how to drive on a highway. Actually,
Is there any part of the driving that you felt difficult, like your first, or after you driving? What is the which part of driving is still considered difficult to you?
I mean, there's definitely a lot of challenging things with driving. So when I first started driving, I made a note to never drive in areas without like the protective border or like that. I'm not sure if you understand. Like, you know how usually there's like metal guards, like guardrails, when you're on
Oh, without those like accident proof those kind of
the
scenario,
guardrails
you will not go
on
off of the road lah.
on the hills, right?
Mm.
I've always been afraid of. I wouldn't dare to drive on there. But then, right? I think it was one time with an argument with my dad, right? Of course, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Also, welcome, Max. Hello, how are you?
Oh, Max, one of our close friend in Discord. Yeah, hi Max.
Oh,
Hi.
but then of course, I mean, when you're driving with a parent, confirm at one point we'll have an argument lah.
Oh,
So,
for sure lah, for sure. Without fail, to be honest.
instead of exiting the highway, as my dad said, I end up going straight. But then here I end up into a mountain road, mountain part of the highway, and I was like, ah, shit.
Well, I wonder who gave the wrong instruction.
No. I
Oh my
purposely
goodness.
go straight. This one was definitely my
You
fault.
know that about yourself.
I didn't even know
Oh
what was
dear.
up, but then like afterwards, I made that my practice road. So right now,
Good. But actually, uh, I so far you've been driving around Malaysian road, right? Just Malaysian road itself.
I no. I drive more in America. I've only driven in Malaysia around once, twice, 3 times. Actually, 4 times.
But to be honest, your road and Malaysian road is not so hectic because majority of the hills we are forced to drive slow because of a lot of uphills. Even downhills, there's so many now that I think about it, when we're going downhills, it's all natural walls, which is from the mountain now, of course. So it's quite difficult for us to even plunge down to our death, to be honest. So after I found out Malaysia road is not that bad, provided it's a bluntful mistake of a driver, sir. If we are at India, yeah, that is very dangerous because the road is so narrow and trucks will go through those kind of road, and worst of all, it's a two-way road and it's very narrow. You only have an inch, a fucking inch to drive through that. And I tell you that if you miss a gap, you are falling all the way down. And I don't know why the government never tend to fix this or put an alternative, but yeah, it's bad in their side. I mean, I believe it. I believe other countries should also face this, but I do not know what. But so far, what I know is India road, the hills road at least.
Wait, you've driven in India before?
No, but I seen documentary before. Last time when I was young, I always loved to watch Discovery Channel, Animal Planet. Yeah, how things was made. It's really, really like even a simple pen, a very simple pen. You see all the machine move like this, and then I even explain why is this important, why is this process
I
is
also watched it,
crucial.
not going to lie.
Oh yeah, I really love it. I really love it. That's why. So now the future generation walk TikTok is like, bitch, please. I would rather watch all this, educate myself.
They can't beat our
Exactly.
generation. Well, technically we're a different generation, but then they can't
Exactly.
beat these two generations. Yes.
It's good that I'm from a different generation. I really wouldn't want to mix with them, to be honest.
I feel you. But yeah, to sum up the hill story for me, right? Do you know what a burnout is?
Burnout. Wow, burnout. That is a term I heard far too long already, because I counsel a lot of people on that, even in my school days, college days. No matter where
No,
I
I mean
go,
in
I end up
driving.
the
In
counselor.
terms of driving.
Oh, driving knowledge. Burnout. No, I don't think so though. If you put it that manner, what would that be?
So you know what happens when you press on the accelerator with your hand on the brakes and the clutch, and then when you release it has like the screeching noise with smoke coming out.
Those kind. Yeah. What about it?
I pulled out my first burnout with that Proratura Viva on the hill.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow. You really? Wow.
So
Wow.
so
I don't even think it's possible. Wow. Really? When did it happen?
the first time I learned how to drive a manual car.
Oh my goodness.
So
Wow, you
that one
burnt
has
out.
fun memories.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Max also say, feel like LeeMar burnt out from wedding planning. Yeah, that is my burnout. My goodness.
Yeah, I feel about that.
Yeah, correct.
And
But wow, what happened to the car after that?
it's okay. It's okay. I continued driving it, and then I end up driving back on the highways back to the place where I was staying. And funny story. I could have pulled off semi drift, but I didn't really drift lah. It was more so I turned at third gear. Because we were driving as usual lah, and the instructor and I were just chatting as usual. Because it's like casual driving. I didn't really feel like it was that bad lah. So I just forgot to slow down and shift from third to second, like so I could turn.
Wow.
So casually, correct. Oh
Wow.
shoot, my bad.
Wow.
Let me just restart the engine. Sorry for that. And then you drive.
Wow.
Okay,
Luckily,
thank
nothing
you.
happened lah, to be honest. Luckily, nothing happened. Really. Because now that you mentioned about that, actually, in Malaysia, there are some people who wish to be a racer. So what I was told from someone that I knew last time, he
Hmm.
said that most of the racer will be, before your training there will be two sections.
Hmm.
You drove manual car all the way up to Genting. Genting Highlands is actually a hill casino. So with a manual car, and it's not easy because the hills is so steep
Hmm.
sometimes, and the manual you really need to speed up, otherwise it's all the way down reverse. So if you
Ah.
manage to pass through that first step, congratulations. Now going down the hill, free gear only. The only way you can adjust the speed is to drift or use the brakes only. Literally, this is all you can do. It's like, what the hell? That's so
That is
extreme.
crazy cool though. It's crazy impressive. Ah, the driving skill must be
Yes,
quite high.
come on, you must be damn confident. Come on, you're going down free gear, and you cannot push brake because he said that if you push brake, you lose the momentum. So the only way to maintain the momentum is to drift without slowing down. Let the free gear be your acceleration, but let the brakes or drift to slow down and control your angle. It's like, oh shit, that is very tough. That's so dangerous. Anything happen, you'll fly off the hill.
Confirm you have to practice before you do this. So, um, this was actually similar to like how the person invented drifting in the first place. They practiced.
I'm not
Hmm.
not quite sure that we have a place to practice because Cutting Highland is the only hill that can be driven. I do not know what else of hill that can do such performance actually.
I mean, Mount. If you're familiar with Initial D, Mount Akina, also right now, well, more commonly known as Mount Haruna, actually was the place
Oh, I do, I
where
do, I do.
where the famous quote unquote drift king practiced drifting. So that's basically the Genting Islands. Because like you actually need to master these things because the more it, the more challenging a place you practice, right? The
Mhm.
more like the regular roads seem like it's just a random road lah. This is okay lah. It's not that difficult. You won't be as intimidated. And the
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
and if you have the skill because like each single drift and then like I have never drifted before, so like if you hear me, I'm just basically talking shit lah. uh, each skill to navigate and then to drift based on instinct and like that, especially if you're on free gear, to
Mhm.
manipulate the
Mhm.
clutch, when to pull the e brake. That one definitely
Mhm. Mhm.
requires a lot and a lot of practice, lot.
Of course, of course, of course. Because last time I also almost get an accident because the road is so slippery. My rear car, the two rear tires, actually managed to drift. So my front still steady. So I already know that we should not push the brake. Push the brake only cause further harm. So I just gas lah. I'll just gas my way, and surprisingly the drift is controlled already. The car at the rear just like dare not overtake me to the point. After we drove the straight road, that car still follow me at the rear. He just dare not overtake me because he's so afraid. Then after I reached to the airport, that guy finally got a different junction. He decided to take the other junction. I think he's too afraid already.
I think they
uh,
think, oh my god, this is the legendary drift king or queen over there.
That one, that because the road is so slippery. My mind was just telling me, okay, road slippery. Back tire, not aligned to the front. Okay, continue. That means my gas pedal, I still put gas because we need to control the rear. Yeah, how
Hmm.
you say the manipulation thing? Yes, the controlling part is not the front but the rear. Correct. You are
Hmm.
right. Mm.
Don't forget we got kids racing bicycle at the highway at the dead. Yeah, I mean, I know that another famous bike place is actually the haunted Karak Highway.
Let me check. I never heard about it. What was that haunted thing? Say that again.
KL Karak Highway,
KL Karaka.
the
KL
expressway,
Karaka.
not the original one, but then like the one they created back in 1970s, I believe, or the 1960s, 50s, 60s.
Is it with the tunnels or some sort?
Yes, it's with the
There is a
tunnels.
tunnel.
There's five
This is
stories.
the what you heard about this place anyway? I didn't know anything about it.
So number one, there are Pontianak around there.
Really? All right.
Number two, the yellow Volkswagen buggy.
Uh-huh.
Number three, the kid in the tunnel.
It in the tunnel. Interesting.
Number four, it was like a phone, the phone call from the dead.
Hmm.
And number
Okay.
five, would you like to hear it? This one's a bit
Go.
interesting lah.
Go.
So, huh?
Yeah, go. Share.
Okay, so apparently there was like a young couple lah, and then with like they had one baby lah with them, and all of a sudden they got stuck lah, ran out of gas, if I remember, ran out of petrol basically lah, and the husband go out to check, and all of a sudden, and basically the wife couldn't hear the husband lah. Only all of a sudden there's like a bong, like on top of the roof of the car lah.
Alright.
And all of a sudden there was police that came by and then told the woman to quickly exit and run towards them and don't look back. So when she got near the police, she actually turned back and she saw like some creature eating the husband's head, which was separated from the
Wow.
Good
lord. Damn. Truly, wow, I didn't even know this story exists. Okay, I thought Genting Highland got more horror stories, but okay, this one seems to be wow.
This is an infamous haunted highway. I mean, there was like a bus crash with like a lot of folks, and then like I don't know, because there was a mountainous road, like it's dangerous. So yeah.
The Pontianak, that one I'm really interested also. But the more interested is the out of all yellow Volkswagen. No, it's even in Reddit. Interesting. Wow. I would definitely gonna read through during my free time. This wow.
There's a lot of interesting stories.
Yellow Volkswagen. Interesting. Why this color? Why they pick this? Interesting. Very interesting.
But you know what would be interesting
though? What would that be?
Driving a yellow Volkswagen buggy against that same car.
Oh, challenge with the spirit. Yes, let's go, boys.
That will be like, let's do initial D, same car against same.
Oh, that would be nice. If they really accept the challenge, then why not? Wow, this is definitely interesting. Wow, any more stories like this? Wow, I actually very like it.
I mean, in fact, I think we talk a lot about horror stories in this podcast. Actually, I'm not sure if it's the best thing because it's inching towards 11 p.m. So.
Okay. Then I will maintain your sanity at a reasonable level, so it's okay. Yeah, yours is actually technically nighttime at the moment. So yeah.
I mean, you could talk about horror stories, lah. It's just,
Well, I do have one experience, and I will always remember that this is just a personal experience, lah. There is this particular, when we first have a job, and we use the money and buy what we desire, and I acquire a radio with 2 speakers, very bulky. Those were the time that this is the thing. You got a CD player, you got a built-in radio as well. That is what I want. So last time we don't have an MP3, we don't even have a YouTube or laptop or whatever nonsense. This is the only music that we have in our time. So yeah, I believe it's the same generation as what they call Walkman. Walkman.
Oh, Walkman.
Hmm. Hmm. Those were the times. Cassette players, those were the
I
times.
still remember
So,
cassette players. That was like so long ago.
yes. Yes. Not like CD, you can keep on playing, replay, replay. But this one, if the cassette play finished to the end, you have to press reverse, wait for a few minutes, and then replay everything again.
Or you
Yeah,
could
yeah,
use your
yeah, yeah,
finger to
yeah.
twist it, but then sometimes the tape ends up coming out and then you ruined it lah.
Yes, correct. That's why you just yeah, I done that last time. I feel like what, it was a huge mistake. So yeah.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness. Then the radio, after I purchased it, I'm very happy. Then I felt really tired all of a sudden. So, but of course it's late night during that time, like 9 or 10. I fall asleep lah. Then out of nowhere, this radio creates such an irritating static. Very irritating static. It's like, like the TV static, those kind?
I
The
know
black and
because I
white thing?
remember those days. Yes.
Yeah, but no matter how hard it is, I cover my ears, the static still can pass through my ears for some reason. So I try to, it's so unbearable. That means no matter what I do, there is no toning down on this particular static sound. It was very unbearable loud.
Hmm.
Then I just try to adjust maybe the radio got some problems. So I just put every volume down. But it still maintain the same quality. It still maintain the same issue. So it's so unbearable, and I don't want to wake people up because I do not know what time was it, but everybody is asleep. So after a few adjustments, then I just okay, fine. I will call my parents and help out. Then I just call my mom. She come to my room, and then nothing, silence, completely silence, as if nothing happened. But then she's just like, oh, just go sleep lah. I think you hearing things. I was like, okay, fine. I just don't really know what happened, and I'm really tired on that part. Then yeah, I just fall asleep without having a second thought.
Hmm.
Then after the next morning, I woke up, brush my teeth, and whatever nonsense. Then I go back check the radio. Then I just find out what is the cause of that radio sound. Nothing by right should be able to cause this particular thing. And then after I check the last thing, wait, it's not even plugged in. It's not even plugged in. How did he manage to create that sound? It's never plugged in, so by right there's no power and should not be able to function. But how can I hear that sound yesterday? Then next thing you know, thrown into the rubbish bin, never returned. There goes my 200 ringgit. 40 USD it cost.
You know, 200 ringgit. I think at the time, like USD conversion was US three ringgit is
Three,
one.
three times,
It
wow.
used to be like that. I'm
Wow.
guessing this was probably. Let me just DM you lah.
Sure. No problem, no problem, no problem, no
I'm
problem.
assuming it's sometime in this decade, correct?
Hold on, let me see, let me see.
Or was it this year?
Yes, correct. 2008. Correct.
Yeah, it
Yes, you
was
are right.
$3 3 ringgit $1.
It was 3 ringgit $1. Oh my goodness. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
times have changed. I still remember when I was really young when 3 ringgit was equal to $1. And I still remember
Wow,
like I
time really
think
flies.
it was in the early 90s. The early 90s when it was 2 ringgit equals to $1.
Yeah, it is. Those were the days. Those were the days.
Mm.
But I can tell you one thing, that radio is no longer to be seen already. I do not know what possessed that thing. But to be honest, until now that I think about it, it's no different from the game that I played. That is appear in the gaming in the horror games era. Have you heard a game called Songs of Horror? I streamed last month.
I'm bad with horror games, so no.
Song of Horror is actually a game that once you hear this melody, you're gone. The spirit will haunt you, taunt you until you kill yourself, or it kills you.
Wait, in the game or in real life?
In the game, sayang, in the game. Otherwise, I wouldn't be playing. That game is cursed. But really, like when the radio comes out, I realized that this is no different from that game logic. You know, once you hear that music, you unleash the spirit, and the spirit will stalk you until you either kill yourself or it kills you. Yeah.
Then what's the ending of the game? Did you survive or what happened?
No, unfortunately, I thought we survived, but actually, spoiler alert, the character end up, you know, it's a music box lah. He managed to throw back the cursed music box into the demon realm. However, no one knows there is a second box because in that family there's two daughters. We only managed to destroy one box. All this while we assume that is the only box that it was created, but there's a second daughter. There's a firstborn. The one that we destroyed is a secondborn daughter. The firstborn daughter was still present, and then that's where the character got claimed, and he's part of the darkness already. Believe me. And yeah, it was damn tragic. But it's good. The game plot, it was really,
I am not going to
really
play
good.
it. It's too scary.
Because you have no weapon and you can't see the AI. You know, the after I studied it, the how this haunt or darkness attacks you or come to you is technically controlled by AI. So the AI will do its thing, and if you do certain action, the AI will change its aggression, and there is no fixed time on when the AI will strike you, and the replay value, it will never be the same.
I'm more interested in the coding rather than the horror because coding at least is just words. It's just it teaches you like how to analyze it. The game will make you more scared, which I don't want.
Yes, but to be honest, without the horror element, that game is actually just a puzzle game. But because of the horror element, it makes so much. It builds so much tension on yourself. It's like, okay, I need to bring this to the next room, but you know that the next room might strike anytime. You know, it's that kind of feeling like you go from point A to point B, but that thing still lurking around. So yeah, it's a very good story. Believe me,
in real life, I'd be too really scared.
Well, I really played that game. It makes me frightened. Chapter 2 was the worst. It really was. There's one particular chase scene. The game is a bitch that put us into a complete darkness, and we had to find a dark room. But the only the trail that we can find is by spraying the UV, you know, to able to see the blood So you need to follow that trail. But I thought it was that easy, but the more you follow, the path blocks. So when the path blocks your surrounding, you know, people who has no good sense of direction, it will disrupt the entire direction. So I've been kept on running around like there's no ending. So then I realized there's an exit sign. Okay, instead of follow the exit sign, we go opposite of the exit sign. Finally, it works. We managed to find our supposedly direction. My God, that scene took us. Was it 30-minute plus just to finish that excruciating fear? My goodness. There's nothing much we can do but run and hopefully we are safe, you know. That's how scary that game put us in.
What do you mean by how fun? It is scary.
I mean, compared to all the games that I play, like Silent Hill, Fatal Frame, you know, all the horror games I play, I'm pretty confident that I can minimize that fear, but I was completely wrong. Songs of Horror is a new breed of things. If you heard of Cthulhu, that one is, the lore is closely related to that.
Okay, if it's Cthulhu, it's okay because it just makes me think of eating sotong, which would be nice.
Well, that sotong has no face, so the only thing you know is the presence. Then no image, no whatsoever. But there is one particular Netflix series. I forgot what is that. It's like when you look at it, you will just kill yourself. It's that kind of fear. The TV series never show you what the people look at, but as far as we viewer know, once you look at that thing, you will want to kill yourself without fail. and how bad it is. Then I realized, oh, it's actually related to Cthulhu, because the logic behind why you kill yourself is because you, as a human, we have a certain sanity level. If your sanity breaks, you just kill yourself for the sake of it. It's like you just can't handle it. You just can't handle
Basically, it's
that
like quick
logic
escape lah,
process.
so you don't see what's going on.
Yes, it's something
I
like a
get
quick
what you
escape. You,
mean.
yeah, correct. But the game again, like the Song of Horror or that Netflix series, never show you what is that thing. But we know that once we see it, we are dead. Like that. Yeah.
It's a good thing that they don't show law. Like, but then being able to
It's
create something scary though, without ever showing the horror, is really impressive. I think
it
like
is. It is.
one thing that would be cool is like if someone creates like a horror game or horror story where everything looks all right, like everything is okay, but then there is something behind it though that nobody could see. I think that type of horror would be interesting. There are no jump scares, there's nothing, because no matter what, the player will be clueless, but only for the horror to
Well,
strike. Hmm.
well, to be honest, your description match 100% exactly from the Songs of Horrors. Actually.
I am not going to play it though, because like I'm sure
No-
like this darkness, like
Hmm?
Songs of Horror, like the place is dark, right?
uh, it will become dark and it will become normal. There will be situation things doesn't look what it seems, and it never procrastinate it. But that's why I stream the horror games is for you guys' behalf. So
I'm not gonna watch it either way because I'm bad with even watching someone
no,
play horror.
you can watch my stream. I already stream finished already. That one whole month is committed to that. So it will not take more than 2 hours.
No,
So just
I'll
watch
be
it.
scared
Watch
of
it.
watching it though.
I'm pretty sure. Max, do you think when he watch my Songs of Horror stream would it be bad? I think should not be too bad, right? I think hope not lah. To be honest, the final lucky door.
You guys can watch it if you want. I'm actually really bad with horror. Like, even like I believe I was watching at first my friend play Psycho no Stalker. That one was scary.
Second Stalker. Oh yeah, that one. But the one is very short. Songs of Horror, gives you that very good lore that okay lah, we humans are idiots we just want more even though we are afraid. We want to find
If
out the
it's
answer
hmm,
even though we are afraid. Yeah, something like that lah.
I need someone to hide behind lah, basically. But I think that could
No,
also
don't
lead
worry,
to
don't
another
worry,
interesting
Sayang, don't
horror
worry.
plot. Basically hiding behind someone, but then only realize once their face turns around, there's nothing there.
Oh, then that's why you watch my gameplay lah, because that is the purpose. That is for you guys, so at least you won't get afraid lah. That is the purpose, actually.
No. And no matter what, I'm still like it's interesting for me. Like this is why I read horror stories, but I never like to look at pictures. I don't like to watch videos, and I do not want to encounter it at all.
Well, if that's the case, maybe. But really, watching. Okay, I can tell you one thing. Really, sincere. When you watch people play horrors, you will not be too afraid. To be honest,
I actually
but
get
when you
afraid.
start playing and you start control, don't worry. If you control, it will be far worse. Believe me, you control is far worse. You are because you are in the front screen already, ma. But if you watch other people, at least you can hold something. You know, both of your hands, you can hold something. For my case, I have to hold my fucking controller. Afraid or not, I just have to do something. Yeah, it's that kind of intimidation that this particular horror game can put me into. Yeah.
I think the scariest game I played was Chapter 3 of Skyrim's Vigilant mod. What happened to Wild Rose? Also, welcome Wild Rose. Wild Rose is actually a close friend of mine's IRL, actually.
All right.
The scariest is when the police shot the character in Chapter 2.
Yeah, that game is okay. The Sounds of Horror is stupidly cheating lah. because what the horror, that game, curiosity kills the cat. Yeah. So sometimes when the message prompts say, do you want to do it? Always we hesitate one. Like the first chapter already give me a taste of this issue. When the bathtub is full of water, dark water. So I realized, okay, maybe there's something. But then there's a question prompt up. Do you want to search for the bathtub? I was like, well, it's just water. Let's just search it. After search, and then you see a group of tentacles grab the person so quickly, it disappeared.
Oh, so you die after
And
that.
Guys, it's an instant kill thing. There's no way to survive that. So after the second chapter, the policeman comes. I listen to the door, and the door has a. It doesn't seem there's a sound, but I went in anyways, and I got captured by the darkness, and it's an instant kill. And the officer, my goodness, I used the third character. Less than 5 minutes, he died because I went into a room. He got shot. The darkness claimed the officer's mind, and the officer shot an innocent guy, which the character that I'm using. And yeah, that's less than 5 minutes. It's just, I was like, what the hell? That's why you watch my gameplay through. You won't feel afraid. Believe me, you won't feel afraid. I'm walking the journey on your guys' behalf, actually. So
I'll probably need LeeMar to be on the same call for that.
No need, Sayang. No need. No
watch.
need. If you are afraid, my stream got that small, cute, mini LeeMar version. Yeah, I hope that one can ease down most of the fear. Got this cute little sponge. But I would suggest you to watch now. If you watch now, I think my pixelated frame will be even worse. So yeah, you can watch later lah. Don't worry. There are total 9 chapters. 9 attempts that I done to finish the game. So yeah.
I mean, I won't be blunt. My experience with horror is like super bad to the point like it's only now I realize you actually have a tail. Otherwise, I thought, wait, did you even have a tail?
Oh yeah, I do have a tail. Just hardly shown because I always show the upper body. Yeah, I do have a tail, a very thick, fluffy one. But then, but aside from the horror, don't worry lah. Okay, just don't worry. You can just watch me, and I'm pretty sure you will be, fine because I kept on talking, so don't worry about it. Yeah.
Or go get MC therapy session afterward. Nah, I think
MC therapy. Well, I can tell you, at least chapter 1 and chapter 2 is worse, to be honest. But after we reach chapter 3, okay, things seem to. But the games love to put cheap tricks, I would say. That's one part I don't like. The cheap tricks that can kill your character instantly is like so unfair.
It do be like that. Also, yo, Rengoku, how you doing?
Wow, Rengoku. Hi, salam hi. Aside from that, what sort of games do you play most of the time, or what are the games that you are eager to play?
Usually, I play RPGs or like retro games. To be honest, as you know,
you love retro games.
Retro games. Talking about which, yeah, I've even streamed like the horror retro game. We were talking about this actually. Yeah, because that one, I still remember it was because Kaka Keith, one of the guests of this podcast, actually wanted me to play a horror game. In fact, I feel like a couple of folks want to do a horror game collab with me.
Why not? Why not? I mean, for it's really fun. Believe me. Yeah, I mean the scream is unavoidable, but that's part of the fun. Believe me.
I don't think I'm the type that I'll scream. I'll just freeze. And just.
Wow, you freeze. I mean, it should not be too bad, lah. But because let's just put it this way: if your life is so stressful, if you play horror games, you will be stress free. Because it's like it's a psychological thing. Do something that you're afraid, but if you manage to conquer that, you feel so proud. Yeah, like roller coaster. So
I actually have come up with roller coaster before.
Oh my god, sayang. But treat it as a anti-stress therapy lah. Believe me, it kills off stress instantly.
Cooking kills all stress instantly. Traveling as well.
Yeah. Well, traveling, of course, without a doubt, is happiness lah. You know that you will feel happy, but when you do like fear or watching horror, that will kill stress easily because your focus is so towards the environment until your worries are your surrounding worries are emptied. So, which is why it's a good anti-stress, to be honest.
In that case, I recommend LeeMar explore a graveyard at night.
I already explored graveyard, sayang.
At night?
Yep,
In real life?
yep.
Why?
I explored. I seen certain things also in the process. So because during the time I was in the UK and then I was supposed to go for those ancestor visit season. Yeah.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, at night I only managed to reach, but I just want to give in sincerity lah. Okay, I mean I do miss my grandparents because they taught me how to play mahjong and I missed it.
Ah.
So, which is why I go back there and then I just tell them I'm fine and everything, and hope you guys are well. Even my grandfather also the same. Then I can feel the presence at my behind. Then I just say, please don't show yourself now because I think I will not be able to handle it. So, so for some reason the presence left lah. I think that is my grandparents or something else. So
Hmm.
yeah lah. So as I walk through, yeah, lights flicker and sometimes things I can really felt there are something following me. But usually I would not think of it much because I know ghosts or spirit usually have unfinished business. Maybe they want to find friends because they're so lonely in that form. Yeah, which is why I just say that it's okay, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah, like that lah.
I
Got
feel like I'm
got.
just super bad. But then, yeah, I do get it. Lah. In the end, they
Hmm.
were living folks before. And they
Mhm.
definitely
Mhm.
have things they miss or like they want to finish. But yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hmm.
Which is why don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of them. Because only the harmful one will cause harm, but I'm pretty sure that if you're if you do more good things than bad, that will not harm you. Because I mean spirits I believe will not harm a person unless you really did something bad lah. Or unless you provoke them unintentionally. So don't worry about it.
Hmm.
Why am I counseling about spirits? Oh my goodness.
Actually got a Malaysian VTuber meaning Chinese though. And she says that she can. There's actually quite a bit, to be honest. There's quite a bit
Mm-hmm.
of folks that have experienced this sort of thing. In fact, this was like the most common. This is like quite a most common discussion we usually have. We tend to describe about horror because, like, here's the
Mm-hmm.
thing:
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy reading horror, but I don't like watching or like that.
Well, that's the thing lah. Because to be honest, reading horrors to me it will not give me the fright because uh, there's one thing novel cannot give is
Hmm.
the presence of something, which is why I always even graphic novel do a better job. Graphic novel or anything that has visual
Hmm.
that sort of information communicates with what we understand and we know that there is something that we should be afraid of. Yeah, words alone is not enough, but this is what Europeans love to have. You know, they love
Hmm.
to imagine things in their head, but to me words are just words. Sometimes having sounds helps
Hmm. Hmm.
intensify, I would say.
Hmm. I mean, it's in a way lah, like honoring ancestors and like that. I definitely do agree with you on that lah. That's of course something that I definitely agree lah, because well, they are family in the end lah.
Correct, correct. But to be honest, I'm the type of person don't believe in such situation. But they did taught me many things. So in out of respect, I must give them back. even though I do not believe. But I know they are there. I think, assumingly, yeah.
Hmm. Talking about which, were you close with your grandparents, if I may ask?
Oh yes, we were.
Hmm.
Because the only time we get close to our grandparents is when we watch them play mahjong, then we just say we decided to learn so
Hmm.
and that's where the connection comes, and we enjoy mahjong ever since. Even I taught some of my friends, Malay friends, also play mahjong. It's like,
Hmm.
wow, they really love it. They really love it. They say mahjong is something that is, so much replay value. You play with the right people, you create good memories, you create good jokes. It's playing mahjong is no different from streaming. When you don't talk about gambling money lah, we play by points. That's Japanese culture. Japanese curriculum activities, mahjong is part of sports. And
Really?
we did. Yes, it is. Only I would sad to say greedy Chinese think it's just gambling. But no, mahjong is actually a good tool to be systematic.
Yeah, it's
When
definitely
to
good
take
for training your mind lah, to keep your mind active.
Yes. When if you were to, okay, let's just say like marketing, you know that you will strike gold, but how much you want to go all in, you might lose a chance, something like that. It's like all this randomness, you are not in control. So mahjong taught us that way. Sometimes it's good to hold back. Sometimes it's good to not win big, but win what is needed, something like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, and I like it. I like what all these board games able to create. And I taught two of my Malay friends, and they love it. Each time they say Chinese, they say, "Hey, got mahjong, got mahjong." Okay, lah, come lah, just come lah. Aduh.
Definitely lah.
Yeah
I
lah,
mean,
they value it. They value it.
hmm.
Mm.
I mean, at least grateful lah. I definitely. It's really great, like the times lah when you're spending with like grandparents, and especially like.
I would definitely teach you mahjong actually if you were to come to Malaysia, but expect some scolding. But it is what it is because new players, we are considered elite. So some certain mistake is not supposed to happen. But again, new players
No worries, I already got
who are
scolded for doing Pong wrong already
yes,
before.
correct. But for Cantonese, we'll say Pong is still maintain the Pong. Qi is still maintain the Qi. Uh, if you win, we call it Sik Wu. Or I can tell the new players to say, you can just say either eat or win for simplicity wise.
Wait, then how do you say it in Mandarin lah? If you know,
Mandarin, we call it Sik Wu.
that's Cantonese.
Oh, really? I got mixed up.
Mandarin is 普通
uh,
话.
uh,
Is it who or is it?
No, then I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know because that word never come across in my mind. So it most likely is Cantonese only lah. Yeah.
Because
Mm.
I only know the mahjong terminology in the Japanese. So like pong, of
Correct.
course I know.
Correct.
Pawn.
It's the same logic, same terminology. I mean the same concept lah, just different wording, but they are more point driven. They are very calculative, point driven. So even though you did not win that round, that means everything has been drawn out like Yu-Gi-Oh. The cards has been zero, but those who almost going to win will get a point, something like that. So yeah, it's very point driven, and I like it. It means it's very friendly, because don't be surprised. Many non-mahjong player would say that mahjong is gambling. Without a doubt, they are gambling, but it's just that in Malaysia culture, yeah, it's always about the gambling lah. So it is what it is, I would say.
Thankfully, I think every time I play mahjong with my family, I don't think we've gambled. So it's all good.
And no problem because during the time we have a short collab with Asa also. My partner Max also joined in. I'm surprised that I'm a bit too aggressive already because okay lah. The longer you play mahjong, you will know what your opponents have on hand, even though not spoken. It's
I
like playing
hope I
cheat.
do reach that level one day.
You will know one, believe me, you will know. Of course, I can say thanks to Asa father. I'm also we are very close to one another, like, and he taught us mahjong in a different level. He said if you do this, if you throw this number, miss this number, in the next turn will be useless because these two numbers will support one another. So the logic he explained is there. So that's why we become better, lah. To be honest. At the end, all senior citizens taught us to become better. This sort of ability will never be able to learn by learning ourselves unless you're really that good lah.
In that case, let's probably one of these days we should do like a mahjong soul stream lah. Collaborate like that. Hmm.
Oh, for sure, because it's already planning. We just need to find who. We just need to categorize non-native Chinese or native Chinese or something like that because it does help lah. Otherwise, we have to start from scratch. Yeah.
Uh, how is it like? I'll be honest, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've learned it a couple times before. I've played it a couple times before, but then like I relearned it through mahjong. So
Ah, okay. Then you should not be a problem lah. But of course, the advanced technique or advanced
advanced
reading
technique
of
confirm
what
don't
was
know lah.
described is different.
I'll definitely
Correct.
accidentally I'll accidentally end up getting Ron basically.
But to be honest, this is a trick. This is a trick that Asa's parent taught us.
Hmm.
The only way to learn how to become better in mahjong is to watch people from their back. That means you are a spectator. You watch them why they throw this, why they throw that. You know, question the logic. If you want to understand how a professional people play, watch them why they throw that. Watch them play, and you will pick up the pieces. Believe me, you will pick up the pieces. Question why this was discarded rather than that. All has logic. Yeah.
That one I feel like I somewhat can really understand ish, because I think it's I don't know how to do it, but then I think it's similar to like card counting in blackjack, basically lah.
Correct. You
Mm.
are not wrong. You are not wrong. But again, the mahjong one part that is require a person to explain. After you study, usually I prefer not digital but actual. You can ask them, why do you throw this? Why do you throw that? I'm pretty sure most of the elite player will explain to you. And yeah.
Oh.
Because it's all logic. It's really all logic. And they will definitely tell you one thing. There are certain things we cannot control. Like let's just say we got one dot. You throw that one dot, then the next turn the one dot come back. It's like, okay, fine, maybe that's just bad luck. Then after you draw another one, the third one dot came. It's like fuck. So that's certain scenario is we cannot control. It's just we have to accept it lah. Whether should we embrace that unknown randomness? Then yeah, it's up to us. It's mahjong is no different from our life lah. To be honest, whether do you want the winds to guide you, even though you don't know what is the answer or where the direction you will leave? Yes, that randomness or that uncertainty is what we humans afraid. It can struck gold, it can struck nothing. Again, it depends how we take the message. Correct.
That is true. But dang, mahjong I'll say is fun lah, definitely.
It is. I also use mahjong as a teaching tools. Like poker also teaching tools.
I don't know how to play poker.
Sorry.
I actually don't know how to play poker.
Sayang, poker is very easy. Poker is super easy. It's just that you are okay lah. Let's just say everybody is blindfold. I say my salary is 4,000. The other person's salary is 6,000. They say that I have higher salary than yours. I say you are fucking lying. Then your salary is on the table. That is the those who can lie better wins. Something like that. I'll just say that even though my salary is 4,000, I just say my salary is 2 times greater than yours. And then I would say here is the black and white form for you for your endorsement. If he checked the endorsement, he lost. So whether he accept my words or not, is up to him. Correct.
Mm.
This is poker. It's a communication game. The cards is given to you. You can straight away exit the game as quick as you want. But when you have a good cards, or you know that maybe you can lie your way, yeah,
Mm.
that's how it is. That
I
is poker.
I think the stressful thing is when you get a royal straight flush and you're basically, uh, you don't want people to fold because you want to maximize the gain. But then yeah.
Correct. But then some people knows that you're lying. But sometimes even speaking the truth, the person like having doubts, are you really speaking the truth? Yeah, that's the good thing about poker. You question a lot. It's literally a psychological game. The cards it's given to you, and that's what you have. No, that's it. You cannot do anything on the cards. Now the
Mm.
matter is, how do you want to convince the person to fuck off? That's it lah.
Mm.
Mm. I like this kind of game. Even though you're in the losing end, you have a chance to win. Not like the games that if you lost, you lost. I don't like those kind of games. A best example, LOL. So yeah, Dota games related, all these things. You know, when one teammate not performing, you officially lose, no matter how bad it is. And I tell you, I hate this kind of game because there is no point of recovery. Even though you try to recover, it holds no value already on the match.
Mm.
Unfortunately. Mm.
Man, I should definitely try out poker lah because like I'll be blunt, I'm not necessarily a fan of gambling like constantly, but then I'd like to do it a tactical approach. Like how is it? There's a certain amount of money I don't mind losing. Say if I play slots, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And then basically I'll just wait until I feel like okay, this is enough. I've earned more than what I initially gave, then I would cash out lah. Say,
Yes, correct. It's that discipline.
hmm,
Correct.
because it is fun in a sense, but I don't want to play just to lose money. Also, hello, how are you doing, Ricky Maru Neo? How are you doing?
Oh, Ikimaru, hi.
I'm doing alright. Thanks for asking. How about you? And let me see.
Because for the gambling even Genting should be Genting also have a casino. I
Hmm.
go there from time to time. It's just to have a thrill only. So again, like what your mentality is also correct. We must have that discipline. We must tell ourselves, okay, this much I'm willing to lose. If I win this much, I once reach that certain value, okay, I stop. Because if there is no stopping, you will really lose big lah, I would say, in the long term. It's that attitude of discipline. Don't let money control you. You control the money.
Yeah, because like casino, they of course confirm want you to spend a lot, which is why I think like
Correct.
if you own a casino, it's good if you can maintain it well. I'm sure there's a lot more struggle. It's a lot more difficult than just have your own casino. You'll earn big. No, you have to actually manage proper staff. You need to have like proper hygiene because if you have a casino,
For
best you have
sure.
food and drinks.
For
Uh,
sure. For sure.
Proper service as
For sure.
well, and then like proper security monitoring because if you get folks who are like constantly winning, you're going to lose money. But yeah.
I can share you this story actually. During the time I went to Singapore, what? Marina Bay. I also went to that casino. I do love casino designs. It's very nice as an interior architecture lah. So, but I can tell you,
Hmm.
Marina Bay, Singapore, it's so nice. The ceiling is actually 4 floors high.
That
Yeah,
one
it
would actually look good lah. You know what I
if
think?
if you have a chance, go visit there.
Hmm.
Genting is just because of weather, but in my opinion, Singapore Marina Bay does a far better job.
You know what would be nice actually now that I think about it? Uh
Mm-hmm.
oh,
And the good news is, as long as we are non-Singaporean, we can go in there for free. Just show them the passport, and we can go in for free. Yay! Or
okay,
can
that
you
is
go?
great.
Because for the locals, they have to pay because the government actually, I really appreciate Singapore government. That's how they control the locals. You know, like if you're local, we discourage you to go there. If you really insist on go there, we won't stop you, but you need to pay the fee. That's their law. That's their
Hmm.
law. Mm.
Plus, you
So we
remember.
I went there. That's why uncle I play blackjack. So this uncle actually like so confident, you know, wear all the looks like a mafia boss those kind, but
Hmm.
everything is white, flinging the gold materials. Then I just like just a normal person dressing up nice and with jeans and whatnot.
Hmm.
Then I play with him. He say, "Are you sure you want to play with me?" I say like, it's an empty seat, why not? So let's just play it. The blackjack, I can see he lost more than he gained because I did tell him because I kept on winning. To be honest, there's no strategy. I just say I believe in faith. So he during the time he has the value of 18.
Hmm.
Did you know blackjack, right? The game logic, the
Yeah, you
technique.
need to get 21. No higher, no lower.
Correct. Correct. The dealer show his hands. He got 20. So the guy end up has 18. He wished not to push, but
Hmm.
mine is actually 19. So I say, give me one more. So the old man actually say, oi, oi, are you sure? That's 18. Your possibility is very low. I say I believe in faith. So I say I can win. Then the dealer also look at me. It's like, okay, so you sure you want it? Yeah, hit me. Then it's an ace, so it's like 20. Hmm, hit me
Dang.
again. Everybody everybody like that first. Seriously, hit you again. Hit. Then another ace. Yes, bitch! I got it. I
Your
got
luck
it.
is
I got
crazy, I'll say.
I got 5 cards and 21. I was like, oh, triple the price, bitch. I can tell you that old man was like so excited than me. I mean, of course, I internally very excited, but I just in the facade, I was just like, yay me. But inside of my heart is like, wow, I can't believe I done that. Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, he after that he left the table. He's like, on in disbelief. I just say, I just won 50 Singapore. I guess that's more than enough for today. Thank you.
That is a smart thing. Any more, then you already just like. You've already played out lady's luck lah. You cannot
Yeah
just.
lah, of course.
Hmm.
Of course, of course. Actually, to be honest, my achievement goal is supposed to be 25 USD, 25 Sing, but then reach double. I say, okay, let's stop here. Thank you. Let's stop there. Oh my goodness.
Let me quickly read chat. Hmm.
Be me, own a casino, life is good, have best security, da 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 da. Life investigate you, worst day ever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For casino, as long as you get investigated, oh my goodness, it's like your security chain all been exposed. Yeah, no joke, no joke. But it
Also,
is what it is lah.
hmm. Asuka
Hmm.
Langley said Mysterio gambling stream. Real? I'm not doing a gambling stream. I don't want. One thing you should know: if I'm not willing to spend money on games, you should very well know I'm not gonna gamble.
For sure, for sure. But now that you mention it, I want to see is there any like poker games related. But last time there is a poker game. However, I don't think it's available anymore unless you manage to find your way to download from the internet third party. The games is actually called was it called Poker Night? It's actually have a mixture of character like um Team Fortress. I would say this it's like a mix of four different game celebrity join in to play poker, and you are the player. Yes, your name is called player. I forgot what is that. I forgot what is that game name called. It
I'm going to
should
send you
call
actually a casino RPG.
Casino RPG. Wow, I never thought about it. This exists. Show.
Let me just quickly find. In fact,
Alamak,
it
is it?
will work with the thing that I sent you when we first met.
Truly. Sure. I'm very curious.
There's two versions. I've tried it once, but I've never actually played it. I think you might like. Oh, this one is iconic because this is actually after like a famous place.
Oh,
Uh,
sure.
this game is called Caesar's Palace. I've actually been to Caesar's
Ah,
Palace.
Caesar Palace. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot about this game. Yeah. This is actually good. This is actually good. Wow, Caesar Palace. Wow.
Then there's Casino
Spin.
Kid 1 and 2.
Ah, Poker Night. Yeah, wow, Rose, thank you so much. Yes, it's Poker Night too. Thank you so much. Yes, that is the game. However, last time it's on Steam. The problem now is this one you can't find on Steam.
Hmm.
So if you manage to find elsewhere, play the game. It has that very good it has that good poker mechanism, though it's easily flawed, unfortunately, but it is what it is. But each time you win, the character will do a bombastic way of exiting the table. It's very good. Claptrap, yes, Claptrap. From literally that game for celebrities, any games that you know, those games celebrities will play the poker with you. The reason last time why this one they removed the game is because it's supposed to be a collaboration to win skins for, was it Team Fortress or Borderlands? It's just to win skins. That's it. This game is very unique on its own.
Oh, I mean, I'll be honest. I'm more interested in like the concept behind, because how do I say? I think it was in 2018, probably that time when I realized why cards are such an important thing in the world or even in our lives. Because like without cards, if there's like nothing to do, at least there's something to
Yep.
entertain you or keep you like motivated or keep your morale up lah. So I think it was at that moment because there was nothing to do, right? Like some I could tell you more behind the scenes lah, but I'm not gonna mention this here. But
No problem.
some folks that were like, "Hey, I have a pack of cards. Want to play?" And then I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then after that, we got to chill, chat a bit. Even though it was only for that day, at least the cards made waiting much, much more entertaining.
For sure. But do you know the olden days, the tarot cards are not even spiritual. The stream that I done for Manika, actually tarot card is our old time blackjack game.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, you know that? Oh, good.
I mean, there's a reason why there is numbers as well on the tarot cards, and then there's of course four types or four sets per se, aside from the special cards, which are like JoJo references, of course, or because
I would just say that last time the card game, the gameplay until now we don't know how lah, but it's just a little. You can consider it as Yu-Gi-Oh, the first generation of Yu-Gi-Oh. Believe me, it was amazing lah. It was amazing.
though I think it would be cool to play like tarot cards like in the way they were supposed to be played. I think that would be really fun to try out.
But now we have so many types of card games. To be honest, a lot.
Yeah, there are. Um. Though if you're talking about reading tarot cards, right? I don't really know, but I think the thing I'd love to do is I will pull out. Okay, so say if it's like three cards, right? I pull out the star, the fool.
Okay.
Wait, no, wait, no, it's just the star. What was it? The hermit,
The star?
yes, and the world.
Oh, the hermit. Okay.
And I will say, so basically, what this reads is, you will basically go onto a trek with your grandfather to Egypt to face an immortal vampire that can stop time.
Wow. Oh, that's how you develop the story. Wow, I never thought about it. Not bad, not bad, not bad.
I casually say that, and then like it's like what do you mean? Then I usually basically right, the vampire, the immortal vampire. Could it be that there's something that you feel like, is there like a wall that you have, like something that you feel like you're really struggling or you're feeling like a bit burnt out about? And then folks say yes. It's like in a way it's basically saying, uh the grandfather does not necessarily mean that's your actual grandfather, but probably like an older figure that would probably help guide you along this track lah. It doesn't necessarily mean Egypt. Egypt might
Ah.
be some place like where like, how do I say? It could be some place
Pilgrimism?
of historic with
Mm.
historic, it could be like some place historic, which means that it could be something related to your past that you're trying to overcome. Like that's how I casually pretend to read the tarot. Hmm.
Seriously, I never thought of that. Wow, it's not bad. It's not even from any book, to be honest. That's pure improvisation. Not bad, not
I
bad.
was just improving on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Exactly. When you make it sound like that, it's like, damn, you can actually come up with other metaphors. Oh, yeah, not bad. That is actually really good. And to be honest, it's far impressive, actually. Yeah, yeah.
But once again, I feel like, am I able to actually read tarot? No. But then if you want me to say it in a way that seems like legit, which is in a way a bit like poker
Mm.
law. You're trying to say something that's not necessarily the right answer.
It is. It is. We
I can't
only
think of
give
it.
them clues of their life, but what happened on the center part is a fog. Is a fog of war. So yeah, we will never know. But yeah lah, of course. Even the terror, I also tell them it's your choice to choose to believe or not. But regardless, the message was given to you. How you want to use it is entirely up to the person.
Hmm. Just curious, how did you get into tarot cards in the first place?
Wow! Let me see the book that I got. I did told during the stream it was when 2000. I got the book since 2002. That's 10 years from now.
20 years ago.
Oh, 20 years. Sorry, 10 years. Wow, what happened to the remaining
No
10?
worries. I
So
mean, to be honest, 2012 doesn't seem that far away either for me.
Oh yeah, but there you have it. Because the reason I interested in tarot because during the time I just found Christianity, and then from there, religion is such a new thing to me. So
Hmm.
then I saw tarot, then I go study tarot. Then I also study Islam Quran also. Yes, I read them every
Hmm.
Sunday. So to understand everything, at least I understand more things about history lah. To be
I mean,
honest.
history is actually interesting if you want to take like a historical look at like Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, because in a way they
Mm-hmm.
are technically all connected.
Yes, they are indeed connected. The more I read, but it's just that some people love to being biased on these religion books lah.
Hmm.
But of course, we as modern society, we cannot become too biased. To be honest, like
Hmm.
take this example, like family. You can't practice the same logic as what previously done. Last time as a Chinese family, the father has, even though the food is prepared, the father, the head of the family, must come back to the house. Only then people can eat. That is the
This
logic.
one, hopefully it does not
Mm.
really happen necessarily, lah.
Yes,
Otherwise, people will be starving to death at the moment.
correct. Because right now our era doesn't work that way. Because everybody got phones. Last time we got phones.
Hmm.
It's these sort of small things that slowly change our lifestyle. We cannot implement the same logic as last time.
Yeah.
So even in parents' point of view, we have to ask ourselves: is it feasible? How much is too much from the original? That means, let's just say, um, you need to adjust from what we believe,
Hmm.
or at least we know that last time this era it's a very bad history for like what is that town that got destroyed by raining fire?
It's not
Um,
Sodom, right? Oh wait, Pompeii?
no. That is Rome. No, it's like a full of. Okay, it's full of. The town is full of gays, lah, I
Oh,
would say.
Sodom.
And
It's the reason why
Sodom lah.
the term sodomy came to be. The town of Sodom basically, what was it? They wanted to offer their daughters instead. So
Correct.
the weird thing is they wanted to offer their virgin daughters in exchange of for the folks in Sodom not to touch their sons and like that.
Yeah.
So in a
Correct.
way, it's still
But
pretty messed up.
it's messed up. I actually read the
Mm,
whole story about it. Actually, it's in the Bible, no anywhere else.
mm,
Last, I say that town was so bad. They kill women and put their body parts around the town as if it's like a decoration or something. It was that messed up. Now I
that,
understand why the religions say that gays are bad and whatnot. In what I read through in that context on that time, it's bad. It's really bad. That's why if God decided to purge that, I completely understand. But now it's different because now they are more educated in a sense. Information was given. Last time we got schools. I don't even know education is part of a thing. So
mm,
that's why it's this all the small little changes that we should not be biased on what we read. We have to really ask and context self-reflect. Can we use 80% of this lesson? If not, maybe 40%. If 40% even cannot, maybe 20%. If 20% cannot, completely disown that. So yeah.
mm. I mean, it's like the reason why okay, um, like for example, certain foods actually have historical, um, they have historical meanings to it lah. Like people eat it because, like, say, it used to be like food that was eaten by the poor, and because of that,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of became something that's more mainstream lah. Everything
Mm-hmm.
has a history to it lah. Like, how do I say? Uh, okay. Um, I think you'll appreciate this comparison lah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember floppy disks by chance?
Wow. Floppy disk, you mean?
Floppy disks, yes.
Yes. I do remember the square flat thing. Yeah, I remember.
Before, you guys would always use it to play games or to save things, correct?
Mm. It's ridiculously small.
Hmm. But then, like, do we still use them? I mean, I haven't even used a floppy disk, I believe. I don't think I've touched a floppy disk, of course, but I've never used it. So
Yeah, it won't work. It won't work in this era. Nothing
yeah,
will work in
because
this
like
era,
the memory
unfortunately.
space is super small. Even to be honest, the PS2, right?
Mm-hmm.
The memory space of a
Mm-hmm.
PS2 is much smaller than like anything.
Correct. That's why now you understand. I mean, whatever we do, it works like religion or technology. It works the same. Certain things just it's not applicable in the current times
Hmm.
already. So come on, one picture is like 2,000 megabyte. The floppy disk can't even handle it. But last time the pictures it went to 35 KB, 100 KB. That is like medium size for the floppy disk to handle.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why I always tell people that if you are a very religious person, don't be biased. Always question yourself: is it feasible? Mm, I don't know.
Hey, remember in religion you technically can't have like wear like cotton plus polyester or like that. You can't mix it.
Yeah, do you know that in the Quran, silk is actually haram,
That's
and
actually
yet they are
interesting.
wearing silk.
But
Yes, correct.
did you
But
know like the
that's
story of
why
why pork is actually haram though?
Park
Pork,
Park.
pork.
Oh! I know. It's actually related to Christian. It's actually related to Christianity issue. These two things are relatable because you know, to be honest, I wouldn't blame it lah. It's like Jesus saw there are a group of people got possessed by demons. Then he said, cast out the demon. But the demons need a host. So Jesus, I saw a group of horde of porks over there while the farmer mind his own business there and say, okay, you demons go to the pork.
Really?
Then the pork went berserk and they run down to the hill, and there's a hill of sea, and that's how he killed himself. And that's how the demon dies, because if there's no host, they die. Yeah, but of course the villagers blame him for killing the porks in the process. But that's the story. That's the
Really?
story. So if the Malay find it haram to eat pork, I completely understand that. But to be honest, should not be afraid lah. But the Quran does allow them to eat pork as a last resort.
Yes, that one I do know about. But then they cannot eat until like they're full. They have to eat until they can at least move or like that lah. Because
Yes, very last resort. It's total last resort. So yeah lah.
But then from what I heard actually is because back then, right? You of course know like pigs are not really clean per se. And if you've of course been to a typical pasar in Malaysia, I'm sure you know how clean it's prepared, especially as someone who wants to stay clean as yourself.
It's super clean until the smell kills off my hair. Yeah, it's very clean.
The pasar.
Mm.
No, I was
no,
saying
it's
it in
actually
a
very
way that the
smelly. It's
pasar was not
smelly
that
like
clean.
shit. Yeah, I know. I'm saying sarcastically. The smell can kill off my hair. That's why I say it's unbearable. It's so unbearable, believe me. Yeah, I know the conditions. I went there myself.
But in a way, that the reason was because, from what I heard, why pork was haram was because people were getting sick of eating pork. That's why they made it haram because.
Correct. It's dirty. To be honest, pork eats anything. Yeah, they eat almost anything we throw at them. So even though we throw a shoe or rubber, they will eat it without fail. I've seen them, and I can tell you, it's amazing that we value this. So that's why when I eat pork, I also have to ask myself, okay, I only can eat this 2 months once for the sake of cleanliness. Yes, if a person eat pork every single day, it's high chance they will get the disease.
You also have to make
no
sure
joke.
what type of pork you're eating. If you're eating like, well, this applies to almost every single meat lah. If you eat meat that is prepared like really like grass fed or like that, it's much better. Unless compared to like, it's just how the animal is raised. I mean, like it's like you know how in Japan you can eat raw eggs, right?
Yeah, of course.
It's like that. It has to be well raised. It has to be well. You need to have like really really strict health regulations in order for you to actually like eat it without. I mean that's why you can eat raw chicken in Japan and not really worry about like. Well, of course you have to worry a bit about salmonella, but you could eat it raw chicken.
Do you know why Kobe beef is also very good and high price in Japan? To be honest, it's not because of the breed itself. There's one thing that the meat changed from bad to good is the treatment.
The massage.
If you treat massage. That means literally, if you treat your animals right, their skin is so relaxed. The muscle tend to be more tender. If you give them fear, the stress is enough to make their muscle behave differently. It's no different from the experiment that last time people done. When you put the fruit, you curse that fruit, and the other fruit you say good news to it. It does work actually. So our words has psychological powers to many things. That's why I'm as a VTuber, I always encourage people to do better rather than the other way. If you do wrong, of course I will say lah. But above all, my job is to encourage, not the other way.
Problem with religion today is that lots of churches don't encourage their followers to question the religion. A lot of them go off cause God says so logic. Yeah, that is sadly the truth.
That's why I leave church. I already left them 10 years ago. No need them, to be honest. I managed to find my answers. To be honest, most of the answers that last time when I was young, I managed to find 10 years ago. 10 years ago. And do you know, guys, this is just what I read in the Bible, and I believe what they say it will not happen again. Do you know
Hmm.
when sometimes scientists say that our world will end and whatever nonsense?
Hmm?
Yeah, that will not happen, not anytime,
Hmm?
because if your sky exists a rainbow, that is actually a signature from the heavens. Tell us that how they destroy the world from tsunami over flooded waters, that won't happen again. They will not have any great floods. But but this is what I understand now. That the rainbow is the proof that there will be no great flood to destroy all of us. But fires from the heaven might be another story. But that's what I'm trying to say lah. So as long as you see the sky that's rainbow, there won't be any reformatting from God, I would say. Yep,
Ah.
mentioned in the Bible.
Just curious, which religions have you been throughout your life?
So far is only Chinese. Chinese. I think was Confucius. I think. I think it's
Ah.
considered Confucius or Buddhism or Taoism. That one I'm not
Hmm.
quite sure,
No
but it's
worries. Similar
around
to me
that.
right now.
Mm. Sorry. Say that again.
No, it's similar to me at the moment. Lah. I'm also that.
Yeah. Then Christianity lah, Christianity and Islam lah.
Wait.
I only exposed to these two.
Have you been Muslim before, or are you currently Muslim?
No. I was never a Muslim.
Ah.
I'm mixed. Sort of, I study religion for the sake to help myself understand better.
I
So
see.
at least other people cannot be, no one can influence me if I know it was wrong. Yeah, ma. That is unbiased, ma.
Hmm. Well, that's interesting how you've actually explored different religions as well. Personally, I think what would
Of
be cool
course,
is
what?
if. Hmm.
Because come on, you see everything that is Islam complain, is like why so petty? Then I go and study. Is this really Islam? Otherwise, the religion is very flawed. Then after I
Hmm.
study, hey wait, that's not what I read through.
Yeah.
It's completely contradicts what I read through. Then all these people who make noises in the public are just bunch of wannabes. I mean, after Facebook, there's a lot of Malays also against it, and I'm very happy.
Hmm.
So it further proves that only the political side are dumbest. They assume that we humans are dumb, but actually, I'm proud that most Malaysians are aware of what are their tactics, which is good.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Funny. I think one thing I would say, this I'm saying in a really like way lah. One thing that I'll say that's a
Okay.
bit regretful lah. Nobody believes in the Greek gods or like the Roman gods. I think that'll be a really cool thing to have.
Wow, the
Or
Greek
or
gods. Those
like
are the olden times.
the Norse
Those
gods. It's like I
those
believe in Thor. I like that.
Wow, those are the olden times Hololive. Those are the olden time VTuber concept. No
Hmm.
joke. People craft, create ideas. Yeah, it's very nice. That's why like I said, I did a lot of case study, ma.
Hmm.
End up, we are no different from Roman. We create humans or personas or something that we believe. We are no different from them, and better by all means. At least now we can communicate to the gods. Last time, I'm not sure whether is there even a communication to begin with. Oh my god.
I think they just create their stories or like their folklore or like something. I'm not sure because I think what's actually interesting is actually Shintoism.
Mm-hmm.
Because in
Shit.
Shintoism, what they say is the emperor, their ancestor
Mm-hmm.
is actually the goddess of the sun, Amaterasu.
Oh really? I didn't know about that. Oh, that is
So
brand new
they're
to me. I didn't know
directly
about that
related to
actually.
a goddess.
Oh. Okay, I didn't know about that. I completely unaware of that. But it's
And
good to know, really.
as for their sacred, like like they tend to give like the sacred treasures per se. There's one sacred
All right.
treasure. The I forgot what the sword's name was, but it was
Mm-hmm.
apparently used by a god to kill I think it was Susanoo to
Mm-hmm.
kill the Yamata no Orochi.
Wow.
So this was like the sword apparently still somewhat exists, though I'm not sure. Like what nobody can see it, but then the fact that they have like the sword, I don't know, like, but it's interesting. That
Yeah,
one
lah, I
is
mean, it's
crazy.
nice, what? It's nice. To be honest, it's actually good that they develop this sort of story. I mean, like VTuber,
The
if
sword
VTuber don't
exists
have
though.
lore, it will be boring. Hmm?
The sword exists though.
Lore exists because of some of the statues that it was found. It's just that there are few things that I also question. I forgot what would that be. Though I last time did watch historical info about it lah. But there's one thing I'm most interested is Atlantis. Atlantis is something I
Oh,
always interested.
Atlantis is interesting. If you could actually find the trident in Atlantis, then
Correct, but then the thing is, it's underground waters. I mean, last time, imagine the water level is so low, but now all the secrets are down there. Not many human can achieve that because the lower level you go, our body can't even take it. So there are so much restrictions. It's literally an unexplored territory, I would say.
mm.
Only we have theories. Only we have theories at the moment. So yeah, but sometimes I felt very tired of all the Discovery Channel just give us theories. I say I want answers, so end up don't have after 5 years. Ay, always theories, theories, theories.
You're
Ay.
still young. You could still explore lah.
Well, I don't think I can because of responsibilities is piling up. So yeah, it's all right lah. Let
Explore
them
it while you're
explore
still
themselves.
young, or probably when
Explore
you're
what
old.
believe me, no lah. I would rather take care of the people that I know, especially this one. Unfortunately, even though I really want to see with my own eyes, I just can't. To be honest, I just can't.
If you did have the opportunity, like if the opportunity arises, would you take it though?
I can't. I don't think my body can keep up. My body is not as fit as it is because, especially, that's why I studied scuba diving. I realized scuba diving you need to be fit. Otherwise, if you're not fit, you only can handle certain pressure that the water that will succumb to you. So again, there are so much restriction that our body needs to be prepared. Also, that's why I just can't lah. Yeah.
Ah,
Hmm. Yeah, I did a lot of researches to protect myself also. So at least, yeah. You see where I'm coming from, lah. Anything that I want to do, I do research first, find out whether can it be done or
hmm.
what is there any deaths? What are the deaths caused by? All these I will go through. Usually takes 3 days to find out my answers.
Hmm. I mean, that's a really mature thing of doing it. It's not like folks are like, "Hey, this seems fun," and then they casually just do it, and then.
Well, that's what usually drunken people does. They just think it's okay. After when they do it, well, shit's on you now, is it? Then the people like us have to clean up the mess. It's always been that way.
Mm, definitely lah. Confirm
Mm-hmm,
lah.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But in that case,
Oh,
hmm?
Asa told me we're gonna have lunch soon. My goodness, what time it is?
It's
Oh, it's already
3.
3!
Yes.
Wow. Wow, we've been talking for 2 hours. I'm impressed. I didn't even know it's possible. To be honest, I thought it's only 1.5 hour past. Oh my god.
As I said,
Oh,
people, time goes by when you're chatting. To be honest, running a podcast
wow,
is
truly.
this is why like it's scary like running a podcast because like sometimes you don't realize, but then it's like oh, it's 4 hours already. So yeah,
Well, I mean, it's fine, lah, but yeah, it's good. I
but
mean, at
yeah,
least we are entertaining ourselves.
more importantly, you do need to eat. A couple biscuits and some water doesn't do the trick.
Morning, sayang. It's morning. Remember,
It's
I'm very tired on
afternoon.
the morning.
It's 3 p.m.
Yeah, of course. Later, I'll definitely eat. I mean, that was 2 hours ago. So later, I'll definitely eat for sure. Because if I don't, I will feel even weaker. I need the energy to keep the house clean. And it's Sunday. Later, I will need to do some housekeeping.
Because there's some behind the scenes logistics I would like to talk to you about. Let's
What
actually
would that be?
let me just DM you lah.
Okay, okay. Give a moment. Let me see. Let me see. Mm.
Hmm.
Okay.
So we'll be, and plus I don't want to keep you too long because I do know like if we
Mm-hmm.
continue like with more topics, we'll probably end up talking for a couple hours as well.
She'll be really shy. Yeah, she'll be really shy. Yeah. So my suggest is you prepare some question. Ask her.
It's
Let
probably going to
her
be food
be
related
the.
lah, of course. So don't worry. And of course,
Then
arcade
that's
related.
fine.
So it's all good.
Okay, then good. Then should be fine lah. Because she will be too awkward to even ask a question unless it's an area that she knew. Then should be no problem.
Hmm.
If you want, I can suggest you one more topic if you wish to talk about games. She loves rhythmic
Oh,
games.
that was the plan from the
Rhythmic.
beginning. That's why I said arcade.
Yes, arcade works. She is an arcade person,
Yeah, I
so
mean, like
you
I
can
saw
share
the
about that.
intro video, and you and it mentioned Waka. I've actually played that before. My, I've also played it before. So, yeah,
Good.
that's why like I,
But
I legit already know what to talk about.
wow, fantastic. Then
Hmm.
that's good. But do make sure you contact her if you wish to have a podcast, yeah? Because this month
Spoilers,
is a bit
spoilers.
difficult. Sorry. This month might uh this month might be a bit difficult. So do make sure you contact.
Sure.
Well, is there anything you wish to ask? We still, I think another 15 minutes. I will definitely go cooking.
Oh, in that case, what are you going to cook for lunch?
For me, the lunch would be, oh. Oh, then it smells good. Okay, she cooked for me actually at the end. So yeah, that smells really good. That smells really good. That is noodles with black sauce. It's a Korean thing though.
Oh, jjajangmyeon.
I, I think so. So
Eh, at least you're not cooking today, so at least appreciate that lah.
mhm. Wow, now I'm trying actually. Ooh, very nice.
Go eat
Sweet
lah.
and I'm not expecting her to cook for me because usually I do the cooking, but I think she woke up on time. Yeah.
Just so
So
you know what I'm
usually
going
she will
to.
work.
Hmm? Hello.
Yes, continue.
Just so you know, I'm going to mute this,
Mm-hmm.
so everyone on the stream can't hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you hear?
Shouldn't be a problem lah. I mean, we all are we all
No.
want to share our lives and story for something else. So don't worry about it. Hmm?
Mm.
Because again, we will not live forever.
Definitely lah. That is true.
Hmm.
And I think that's
Hmm.
like what
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
podcast is for lah. Just basically capture each moment as it
Of course, of
happens.
course, of course.
Hmm.
Which is why even but to be honest, Sayan, just to let you know, most importantly, if you're not ready to have relationship, please don't go through. Please don't. Actually,
I
there is
I I, I take this
a
really.
lot of workload. A
I
lot of
take this
workload
very
actually.
seriously, and it's also why. Hmm.
Hmm.
Is why
So yeah
I
lah,
take.
just take it easy. Just take it easy with your life, and I'm pretty sure you will you will do fine in your life. And most importantly, being single doesn't mean end of the world. Remember that. If this whole world treat that as a competition, let them be. Only
You
these
know this is on
losers
the
would
stream, right?
hmm?
This is on the stream, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Ah, okay,
It's
okay.
fine. Hmm. As long as being single and you're happy about it is fine. Don't compete with those fools that say, oh, when you're older you need to find a partner. No, don't. Seriously,
Hmm.
don't.
No
Yep.
worries.
That is all. But again, don't worry. Stream or no stream, I'll still share regardless because these are the information by right. I will share if people would ask.
The comment wasn't like in that sense, lah. But yeah, it's more so like in a way to tease you.
It's all right lah. Not to worry. Not to worry. I'm nothing to hide, to be honest.
But then instead you came out with the mama side of you.
Well, I guess I do a better job thanks to my parent. I mean, my parent taught me that way. If you ask my partner to do it, well, good luck ask him cleaning because, oh, I tell you, the dishes is not clean at all. After when I saw it's very white, then I put my hands on it, drag a few meter lower. I see, there's a noodle thing stuck over here. Clean that. Yeah, I can tell. Then the other dish I touch. This part oily, clean again.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. Especially if you're living with roommates.
Yes, correct. Because all these are hygiene, ma. Let's not go through that, lah. I mean, to be honest, just to let you know, if the restaurant, if there's a bug in my food, I will either eat it or put on the side.
The bug?
Wait,
why will you eat the bug?
If there's, it's protein.
For a person that values cleanliness so much, I'm actually surprised.
No, it's not those kind of dirty bugs you're talking about. If it's a house fly, definitely I won't eat. That one is dirty. I'm talking about like worms. You know, all the earthworm, those kind. Yeah, you will come across it, and that is fine. Usually, when you eat vegetables, those worms are present. It's fine to eat them. That's what I meant.
In a way, I'm I am somewhat shocked because I'm just curious to see how.
No, sayang. You must understand. You must understand this. Bugs. Okay, you see.
I know bugs are protein, and I don't mind eating bugs, to be honest.
But of course, if there's cockroach, I will definitely not eat. Please, I will not eat.
Hey, if it's raised properly, you could try eating it.
I ate scorpion in Thailand last time.
I want to actually try it, to be honest.
And don't bother eating scorpion. The shells is so sharp. It actually cut my tongue. So, but there are few bugs I like is worms. Oh my goodness, worms is actually, if you know, when Thailand, you put rice in a bamboo shoot. Literally, they cook inside the bamboo and cook, but they put worms in it and they cook along with it. And I tell you, after when they open up and I eat it, it's like, oh, so delicious. It's really, really delicious.
The sweetness from the bamboo lah.
Yes, but the thing is, I tried many things because if people eat it, I'm sure it's good. So yeah lah, but definitely please don't eat housefly. That one will cause nothing but stomach ache. Just don't bother. So yeah lah, but if you want to know whether the food is edible or not, it's pretty simple. You leave it outside of your house. If the insects eat, you eat. That's the only proof. Do you know, like Malaysia, there's one so-called butter. I don't know why Malaysia treat it as butter. It's called planta. It's actually margarine. No bugs will eat that. No matter how long you left it. So now you understand why I say if there are certain things bugs don't eat, okay, I eat lesser. That's all I need to know.
I like how you. Not gonna lie, I would definitely wouldn't mind meeting you in real life in person. You seem like an interesting person, to be honest.
No, there's a lot of stories to share. I can tell you so many stories to share. But yeah, I wouldn't mind the wait. I don't mind the wait if should you come to KL.
Come down south.
Because if you say you want to meet me in Malaysia, fine. But then you say JB, yeah, but JB, Johor Bahru is part of Malaysia, but it's so fucking distance. So yeah.
Leave KL lah. It's very simple.
It is simple. It is simple. Believe me, simple.
Mm.
But if you would have the chance, I would definitely introduce you go to Penang. There's even far greater food. But me and my partner Asa actually supposed to go. We are planning to go to Sabahan, the Borneo site, and eat worms. The
Oh,
worms are the delicacy. It's called the wooden maggot actually. It grows in wood. So yeah, it is their delicacy. I'm
I think I know
surprised.
what they are.
Yeah, they got a name for it actually, but it's actually maggot. They are no different from cheese maggot, just chubby size. So yeah, it's very nice. And Asta is reluctant, but I say, well, your law is part of them. You have to try it, like it or not. Then she gives sour face. Of course, yeah. I will
Oh
definitely
my
go and
god,
try.
why are you going this far for your law?
Well, she's representing them. Yeah. Why waste the effort or the facade of representing them? Yeah. Her birthday is based on their season. Her birthday is actually based on their season, harvest season, actually. So, yeah, we are going to this extent.
Will you go to the extent? Not gonna lie, this feels like a deja vu moment as well. I feel like I've dreamed this moment or this convo. This is sick.
Oh, yeah.
But then
I mean,
in that case, why not you go to the extent of like, for example, eating like
mm.
what your character would usually eat in the regular form.
Oh, human meat? No, definitely I won't touch it. But I do discover that human meat is the best meat you will ever taste because based on scientist logic.
Oh wait, did you
After
watch that
give
video as well?
Oh, you do watch it too? Oh, that means you already know the answer already.
It
To
was
be
the
honest,
one.
I
It was
see.
the one where they took like a muscle sample from a guy, right? And then they
Yes,
cooked
yes,
it, and
yes,
then they
yeah, yeah, yeah,
discussed it
yeah,
based
yeah,
on this.
yeah. Exactly,
Mm.
that one. That's the one, Sayan. That's the one. So, I would say it. You know, when you say a taste of a bacon, and then about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Literally, the whole animal meat taste is in there. No matter how it sounds, I'm really curious, but of course, like durian, I love durian.
I love
If you
durian as
eat
well.
the best durian, you will not eat the worst. So imagine you eat the best. I tell you, all the human to my eyes are food already. So let's avoid that, shall we?
Please never eat human meat, or I'll probably like make a safety precaution that you never know who I am.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I will not taste human flesh. I
Are
am
you
not.
sure your
Believe me.
level of preparation and like the extent that you go for your law? Uh,
To be honest, I'm a type of person I like to smell cigars. Though I don't like to take cigars because of the smell.
do you smoke by chance?
Yes. No, 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 no. I smoked once in my life, but never second. It's just I love the smell. I just love the smell. It's generally leaf. It's leaf. And I love it. I actually last time liked the smell so much. I actually buy a cigar box. I threw it in the car, and then wait for the next day, and then I go eat. Ah, smells good. So yeah. But a lot of people complain it's smelly because it's way too strong for them. I was like, okay, fine, be that way. So yeah, I'm the kind of person love to smell. So imagine if you give me white powder and I smell it, I think I'm gone already. So anything that require me to smell is enough for me to get addicted. So I know my limits and weaknesses.
I feel like you'll be fun to mess with.
No, please. If I see anything white powder, I'll just say, that must be copium. Okay, let's just throw that away.
No, it's flour or salt.
Wow, that must be expired flour then. It's okay. Let's get rid of that once and for all. Maybe purge it for the sake of precaution. Oh my goodness.
It feels like it'll be fun to mess with you, but you don't want to go too far as well, just so you
Yeah,
can
of
avoid it
course. That,
scolding.
that's me in a nutshell, sad to say, which is why parenting role it suits what I am now, to be honest.
No worries, it's cute. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You just try to mess with.
Yes, Asa, give me a moment, give me a moment. Almost done. Oh my goodness, this
Okay, in that
person's
case,
so
I'll quickly
lively.
end it here. Once again, thank you very much for joining this podcast. Once again, if you're ever interested in joining again, feel free to let me know, and then we'll set up another episode.
Of course, definitely will enjoy join the second time. Don't worry about it. But settle other people first lah in the process.
Yes,
Then at least if
definitely.
you want to join for a game or collab large games, yeah, I'll definitely love to join.
Feel free to invite me for
Or
mahjong.
if to be honest, would you want to invite me as a teacher and then you bring in 4 people and I will guide them?
4
To be
people.
honest, it's no different. It's no different from your shogi. To be honest.
Oh, were you watching?
Yeah, I was watching, cooking and watching, and managing my stupid wedding planning in the process.
How did you? What was your opinion on the shogi intro lesson? If I may ask, you can be blunt.
The shogi is rather educational. It's very informative, but I would say it needs to have how do I say? It feels a little too detached, in my opinion.
I get what you mean on that.
It doesn't like you see how Oli play the chess game. It's something like you can see how the person play, what the person is thinking, but that one felt too detached. So even though we can see a player nearby, we can just we know the player is there. It's just that there is no interaction or no presence. There is no presence of others, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do understand that. To be fair, it is an intro lesson, so and since it's like the first time for some folks interacting, that's why we take priorities on the
But it would be
education side.
better to include. But it'd be better to include them for like able to communicate much more or at least show their face because at least from distance without us reading through the names the image speaks for themselves. Believe me.
Yeah, I think
Well,
we can do that like next time lah.
generally that is all for my review. But overall, it's very informative.
Hopefully, it gets more interactive lah as it progresses, especially through the shogi tournament. I think mahjong we can actually do. I mean, there's a lot of folks who are interested in mahjong. One thing we might be able to do is potentially even conduct a mahjong tournament if anyone's interested, and then we'll have LeeMar.
Because to be honest, that's how people teach mahjong. One person who knows everything teach all the 4 people on the table. Believe me, that's how mahjong. And yes, scolding is unavoided, but that's part of the fun, and we'll definitely have jokes around. Believe me, that's the fun part. Yeah.
I feel like instead of sensei, it should be makcik or auntie this time.
Marching teach me mahjong. If you throw something wrong and say, "Oi, pokai, what is this?" Oh, that's what my grandmother would say also. Like say you throw this particular wording character, the green dragon. Why you throw that? It's like say I got one piece. The second one might come back to you.
That is true. It always happens. I threw the wrong character because it came back.
But again, luck changes many things. Logic may be there, but if you believe that it will not come out, it will not come out. Like for me, a lot of the Chinese player will say, "Why do you keep the Chinese character? It's a liability." I say it will come back to me. Then come back to me already. Then later I got the third Chinese character. I think you better throw that. I say no. Then they say 2 already outside. That one will come back to me. Then it come back to me already. You see? So it's a matter of how much you have faith on your own. Or how much you feel that it reaches to your favor. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think we should really just in case we end up talking too much, we could talk more about like this afterwards, lah.
Don't worry, Sayang. Because again, parents' job is to be as supportive as possible, even though times is not ideal. But don't worry, okay? So since we are still here, and before we end, at least I can share certain info.
Once again, thank you very much for joining, and we'll be ending here. Did you want to sing for the ending? Usually, some folks do sing.
Sing? Well, I don't think I'm able to sing, but I can just tell you guys better eat your dinner and don't skip your lunch. Otherwise, if your body fails you, even your parent can't even help you. Yeah.
I was half expecting you to say the rotan will come out, so
Oh, the rotan. Rotan. I do can sing a phrase, but wait, what was it? Okay, this one a bit. Wait. Let me
Okay,
drink
we just
water.
switch to the
Okay.
ending scene in that case.
Mm, okay, let me try this. 1, 2, 3. Cantik menarik tertarik kami menepung. Yeah, that's all. That is actually a short rap phrase about very difficult tongue twisting music. But yeah, most Malaysian Malay would know that definitely.
Hmm. But anyways, we'll be ending
Hmm.
here. Thank you again. Bye bye.
All right, thank you guys. Have a good day.